ask you a personal question?
Sure.
What is it with you and Pinots? I mean, it's just like a thing with you.
I don't know. I don't know, but you know, it's a hard grape to grow. You know, it's thin-skinned, temperamental, ripens early. It's not like the Cabernet, you know, which is rougher. It thrives even when neglected. You know, it takes constant care and attention, and it really only grows in a few tucked away corners.
Okay, John, this is so close, but we need to add a little bit more vulnerability. Okay, so I think that you need to set it up as if you've never told anybody any of this. It's like a secret, and there's a chance that she's going to say, "Oh, that's kind of dumb, but you know, whatever. Okay, I don't get it."
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I think whatever I mean, you know, he's comparing the Pinot to himself. That's you know who he is, but there's a little bit more vulnerability. Let's remove a piece of the armor.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know, but you know, the Pinot is a hard grape to grow, as you already know, and you know, it's temperamental, it's thin-skinned, and it ripens early. Not like the Cabernet, you know. It's a survivor, and it grows even when neglected. The Pinot takes constant care and attention, and it really only grows in a few tucked away corners of the world. Only growers that are nurturing and care for the Pinot as much as possible can really tap into its.
Okay, do that again, John, and find out if she could be nurturing and caring and be a good mother to you.
A good mother to you.
You know what I mean.
Okay, in the tucked away corners of the world, only growers that are nurturing and take care of the Pinot can really understand the Pinot and tap into its delicate, most fragile qualities. And when that's done, when that's done properly, then the Pinot can be coaxed into its fullest expression. And when that happens, the flavors are the most brilliant, the most haunting, the most subtle, the most brilliant, ancient, anywhere on this planet. The Cabernet, it's very strong too, and I just find it to be very.
Okay, Cynthia, you're indicating a little bit. You're listening. I think if you have strong inner objects for everything that he's telling you, you're gonna be fine.
Okay.
So just trust it and let it go.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
and maybe you could have an inner monologue. You know, wanting to.
I did, but last time you told me to be more seductive about it. So no, pull back a little.
But this isn't seductive. you know how when sometimes we're listening to people, but we really don't care what they're saying. We go, oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. You're right. Okay, I am doing that. Got it.
Not that I ever do that, but.
Will you go back to the?
Yeah. Only when that's done, the flavors can be the most thrilling, the most brilliant, the most subtle.
Do you have what you're hearing, Cynthia?
I do. Is it not
Isn't it
coming
place?
across now?
Well, it looks like it's making you sick.
Well,
Allow it to turn you on, girl. Allow it to turn you on. He's saying everything that you've always wanted a man to say to you.
It's actually hot.
Or maybe David has said that, and you can just allow yourself to hear it. It's pretty romantic.
Okay.
And when that's done, the flavors can be the most haunting, thrilling, brilliant, subtle, ancient, anywhere on this planet. But Cabernet can be good too. It's, I just find it to be prosaic, by comparison. I mean, what do you think?
What about what I think?
I don't know. How did you come to like wine?
Oh, I guess it was with my ex-husband. He had this really big show-off cellar, and I noticed that I had a really sharp palate. And the more I drank, the more I liked what it made me think of.
What did you like?
Like, what a fraud he was? No. Just of the life of wine, how it's a living thing. And I like to think about what it was like when the grapes were growing, if the sun was shining or if it rained, what the climate was
Okay,
like.
so, Cynthia, do you have an object for the wine?
I did, but I wasn't in place.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I'd like to think about the life of the wine and how it's alive. And I like to think about what the grapes are like when they were growing, and if the sun was shining or if it rained that day, what the climate was like. And I like to think about the people who picked and tended to the wine, and if it's an old wine, how a lot of them must be dead by now. I love how wine continues to evolve, and if I open a bottle of wine on any day, it's going to be different than if I open on any other day, because wine is actually a living thing. Just love how it continues to evolve and gain complexity. That is until it reaches its peak, like you're 61, and then it just starts this slow, steady decline. It's just so fucking good.
Your bathroom's where? See?